The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Nit 100.9. The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Nit 100.9. The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Nit 100.9.
The best station in the capital. Need
The Torchlight Jumedi Ewo Nit 100.9.
FM. Okunkunim kofe jinane so akwara padi kokwe hu ededa mana echire no adeshiamra kroma dansidi fo mehwe kasemu chira awawade esumu apai mo hire nya kwa pie awawasem nie we die bi si pen
whether police, military, whatever, car be moving. The nonsense in Tina Penifona take care for granted. No car is moving. Car be anywhere. I bet cross this 37 streets. Yeah, my car be a man far hanum. I'm telling you, we are military or police. Oh, no car is moving. Turn back. The first, left in the car. Nobody is moving here. Car be anywhere far hanum. I'm telling you. What nonsense now we are doing, and I'm penny for take care for granted. Instead of you to even support us, Moody's with liquors, and put them about me, and more we must see, and I'm aware that no guys moving here. You better turn and go. Turn and go. The more you talk, the more you're wasting your own time. Madam, you're fast, nephew, you're fast. Please.
We trade with excellence. We know that time.
That is it. No car is moving here. No single car is moving here. Car be another farm. Exactly, you turn and then just move. Turn and just move. Car be another movie. Yes. Car be another movie. No car is moving. No car is moving. It's as simple as that. Someone Johnny and us name protesting against Galamsey. I poison idea. Then we are also going to create uncomfortable stuff for you guys. What I say, everyone must suffer. If you don't want to join us to protest against Galamsey and poison idea, you're also going to make sure you will be uncomfortable. Yes, you will create uncomfortable situation. So no car is moving. Come go to traffic. I'm going to traffic. Next time, you because you're going to be a protester. You join them. What you got a party, someone come up with a party for a manifesto account. And as a rally, I told you, Ghana for access to street, say, protest against the Lamsey. What also found nonsense. All the Africans will be nobody's passing here today. Military police will nobody. Or be I know about your man. First, what time
it has been to provide regular and comprehensive updates at every stage of the electoral process. Therefore, having completed the process of receiving, reviewing, and scrutinizing the nomination forms and documents from presidential candidates, allow me to update you accordingly. To enhance and ensure a transparent, credible, fair and peaceful, and yet accountable electoral process and election in 2024, the Commission continues to develop innovations to ensure that we carry the citizens along in all our processes. This transparency was evident throughout the registration and exhibition exercises, and indeed throughout the week-long nomination process. As a Commission, we intend to be open and transparent in all our processes and to keep you, our distinguished stakeholders, informed in a timely manner as we inch towards December 2024. This year, as in 2020, the Commission made the nomination forms available online. This helped ease the burden of traveling to the Commission to pick up the forms and eliminated overcrowding at the Commission's offices. The Commission also developed a detailed checklist that embodied the criteria to be satisfied by presidential candidates as prescribed by law. This template guided the scoring and awarding of marks by teams established by the Commission to review the nomination forms submitted. The Commission posted the nomination forms on its website on Wednesday, the 31st of July. Each political party or designated representative was given a unique code to access the nomination forms. This procedure eliminated the incidence of multiple candidates of the same political party filing nominations for the same position. This year, as in 2020, the Commission set up 2 teams which were tasked to review all the nomination forms submitted. The technical teams scrutinized the forms submitted to ensure that aspirants satisfy the qualifications as set out in law, such as the age requirements, fulfillment of tax obligations, among others. The IT team, on the other hand, reviewed the forms to ensure that the ID cards, the voter ID cards of candidates and their supporters were valid. We are confident that both teams have been thorough and yet fair in their work. As in 2020, the presidential candidates were given a 5-day period for the filing process. This allowed enough time for aspirants to correct any errors identified in their forms. All in all, these innovations helped eliminate the confusion and tensions that characterized previous nomination processes prior to 2020. In all, 39 aspiring presidential candidates collected passcodes to download the nomination forms. These were made up of 12 political parties, aspiring candidates, and 27 independent aspiring presidential candidates. The Commission is happy to note that 3 women put themselves up for nomination for the position of presidential candidate. For the first time in the nation's history, the Commission reduced the filing fees for women and for persons with disabilities by 25%. This is a testament to our desire to have an inclusive, democratic, and electoral process. Now, our friends from the media, to the reason why we are here. After the end of a thorough review process, I have the honor to present to you the presidential candidates who qualified to contest the 2024 presidential election. We had 13 candidates who qualified to contest the 2024 presidential elections. And we have Mr. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP, Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, Alan Kojo Tremantin, an independent candidate, Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement, Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the Great Consolidated Popular Party, Mr. George Chumberi Maidu, an independent candidate, Nana Kwame Bediako, an independent candidate, Mr. Hassan Ayariga, All People's Congress, Mr. Kofi Akpalu of the Liberal Party of Ghana, Ekwe Adonko of the Ghana Freedom Party, Mr. Kofi Kranting, an independent candidate, Nana Akosua Frimpong Kamakama of the Convention People's Party, and Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party. The candidates who were disqualified after the thorough review process are Mr. Samuel Appiah Dankwa, an independent candidate, Miss Janet Nabela, an independent candidate, Mr. Desmond Abrifa, an independent candidate, Nana Jepong Stevens, an independent candidate, Mr. Paul Perko, an independent candidate, Mr. Bernard Mona of the People's National Convention, James Kwesi Opong, an independent candidate, Mr. Samuel Sapong Ankra, an independent candidate, Mr. Nia Mudaku, an independent candidate, and Mr. Asamoah Siao of the Progressive People's Party. It is important to note that the candidate for the Progressive Alliance for Ghana, Mr. John Kweku Pipi, withdrew his nominations after the filing process. And here, I would like to briefly take us through the findings. Mr. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP satisfied all the requirements and was cleared by the 2 committees established to do so. Mr. Kofi Akpalu initially had issues with his tax certificate. However, he was provided an opportunity to correct it, and the issues were resolved, and he was cleared by the committee. Mr. Christian Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement initially had incomplete details for his vice presidential candidate and incomplete records for some of the supporters. The issues were, however, resolved after he was provided with an opportunity to correct same. Mr. Kwame Bediako initially had no tax clearance certificate for his vice presidential candidate, and the photo size that he presented was not a postcard. However, he corrected these issues and was cleared by the committee. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, an independent candidate, had no symbol and colors to represent himself. However, he was provided with an opportunity, and the issues were resolved within the nomination period, and he was cleared by the committee. Mr. Hassan Ayarega presented only one completed nomination form. The other two did not have some pages, I think from page 137 to 142. The issues, he was presented with these findings, and he went on to correct them, and he was cleared by the committee. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC satisfied all requirements and was cleared by the committee. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent. Satisfied all requirements and was cleared by the committee. Madam Ekuya Donko of the Ghana Freedom Party also resolved issues to do with her nomination. She was subsequently cleared by the committee. Mr. Daniel Augustus Latte also had a number of issues to do with his form. The issues were, however, resolved, and he was cleared by the committee. Madam Akosua Frimpoma Kwamankama had a number of issues, and these issues were brought to her attention and the attention of the party, and they were able to satisfy the requirements, and the committee cleared them. Mohammed Frimpong of the NDP also had a number of issues ranging from a non-submission of a tax clearance certificate for the vice presidential candidate and incomplete particulars of some supporters. The issues were resolved within the nomination period, and he was cleared by the committee. Mr. Kofi Koranting also had a number of issues, including the use of registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in another district. His issues were, however, brought to his attention, and he rectified them and was cleared by the candidate. So these are the 13 candidates who were cleared by the two committees. Mr. Samuel Apiadankwa, independent candidate, was, however, presented with a number of issues to resolve, including not filing a tax certificate for his vice presidential candidate. And then some of his pages were omitted from the form, and he had incomplete particulars for some of his supporters. Unfortunately, though he was provided with the opportunity to correct this, he was unable to do so, and the committee recommended that he be disqualified. Ms. Janet Asana Nabila also used the registration details of particular voters to support her nomination, of the registration details of supporters in certain districts to support her nomination in other districts. Again, the vice presidential candidate did not sign the nomination form. The issues were, however, not resolved, and the committees recommended that she be disqualified. Mr. Desmond Abrifa, an independent candidate, he also used the registration details of voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts. He was presented with these findings, but was not able to resolve them, and the committee required or requested that he be disqualified. Nana Ajepong Stevens, an independent candidate, also used the registration details of voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts. In addition, he had incomplete particulars for supporters. He was not responsive to the nomination requirements, and the committee required and asked that he be disqualified. Mr. Bernard Mona also had incomplete particulars of supporters. He also used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts. His form also contained varying signatures for the same supporters, and in some cases, the same signature for different supporters. The committee was of the view that he be disqualified. Mr. Paul Perko, an independent candidate, had incomplete particulars for his supporters, and he also used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts, and the committee recommended that he be disqualified. Mr. James Opong, an independent candidate, his statutory declaration was not notarized. Additionally, he used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts, and the committees recommended that he be disqualified. Mr. Samuel Sapong Ankara, an independent candidate, also used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination of other districts, and he was not able to effect the corrections of this, and the committees recommended that he be disqualified. Mr. Niamudaku, the committee found that his forms were incomplete, and again, he also used registered voters in a particular district to support the nominations in other districts, and the committee recommended that he be disqualified. Last but not least is Mr. Kofi Asamoah of the People's Progressive Party. He used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts. Additionally, he had incomplete particulars of some of the supporters, and he was unable to satisfactorily correct these anomalies, and the committee recommended that he be disqualified.
Yedama And then you may Yamaka bed the bed Jumedia, your friend, Torchlight, so we need 100.9. Now, Torchlight, ya the brewer, ye Benadania, what the biam. And now Yatsana say, na a Yamanyon sem and a Yababe. Yababetina say, Yababe, dear Hong Kong. Yababe said, ya political atmosphere, no, and one may cost so far. Now, Wamanyoku, as I say, position on the ballot paper. Of course, and Muguso Modia campaign. But once they say, be a target, dear, be a the dear, or interpretia. They just a wapep quine or befaso. Now, my for to me, baby or more. Now, your cotua bana, say Ghana for Beshano. Now, one may believe in the ideologies. I was saying, you penny more and ask how many you could more. They just say, one matter about the amano. Okay. And now, many executive secretary of the year Progressive People's Party. Progressive People's Party, Yamami Jemensa, who pronounce it parties in the more and more register umu. Robi a woo tune the dino, wouldn't to me money in the now when I was on money here, ma. Our People's Progressive Party, then. Would you be very careful? Next album, Bonier. Progressive People's Party, and now I'm executive secretary, or sign a young lawyer, or your lawyer ni. Na PPP ejina munyina no odumuti ntiman pa edema PPP ebra o ma file o nominations o wo mo file o nominations isi disqualify o mo isi na kire de enti a wo mo disqualify eye PPP wo mo se wo mo de eye mensini bi mu nkrofo bi ko endorse wo mensini bi mu a ho no wo mo nto aba wo ho wo mo ma wo bere se wo mo siesie na so wo mantiman siesie enu ti etesade a na Progressive People's Party enya de a echese womo betime ejina afiwe abato no na statement no isi emso kan ye baba bedi ho komo executive secretary ne wa ha eno a kire ne ye free ho a demonstrators me no ka say back and forward oh yeah, one of the lead conveners said the ma democracy hub. One more remand court remand into prison custody for 2 weeks. Court say one more call post for kukum. Now what you know? Now one more court. When in a demonstration no, any moon sema apie. Na etiefoi. John Dramani Mahama Crown so akasa. Wakasa de afa won se kwan a yede demonstrators ne fa so no enya de papa decision from the court or say anu odin edodo enti etese ye hwe se ye beyi demonstrators na free ho ye beyi wo nyina ye be free wo mo na wo maba montene so okay na baby a owura John Dramani Mahama CDD any nipa bi a wo mo kasa de akoso no enye papa because yache safo yato mo no aya no mo ka human rights wo mo se yetieti wo mo fa ahodie so yetieti a wo mo fa ahodie so o okay demonstrator ne de obo modern akofa ebo a obi a ono no twam akodi ne dwuma bi wo baabi oyare ni a oda ambulance mu a o wo mu nya kwan enfa mo mba mewura 37 military hospital na ekwan na block no ekwan nso nya biaye a etese wo mo ko demonstrate wo ho bebi sase saafo no mo de yantieti wo mo fa anwodie so ana wo mo de wo mo nya nipa wo mo nya nipa because ene na me boy no nipa na okasa no one of the demonstrators so wo mo ya moa nonsense odudu wo matem na wo your demonstration by force obi ma me ka ho. So we your demonstration by force say obi ma meka ho ana enti eyade a ye baba behwe ye bedi ho enkomo ene anwumre e wo Torchlight jumedie so na mayenhwe PPP say said the normal PPP for beba nkrata ne so ana se wo mo maso ye baba beji nchiremu na ye wi a PPP fo nso at the statement about one much say one more court. I remind you 2 weeks, you know. I know your shit. Ye tiet you on phone with you so. Ete wo executive secretary ye lawyer ni ono so timani me. Na just say be din chiremu ni yie pa. Memo akwaba. Ene eye memranti a ebo me chidom. Ogogoko Francis wa ha. Aike aba beta na chi. Media seda ma wo a wotie yen wo a wo hwe yen ba bibia wo. Tell what you in Chibia the Befa 050 372 1744 050 372 1744. Oko Facebook Live, Jumedi ne dem, Neat 100.9 FM. Neat 100.9 FM. Na yindin komo. Lawyer Richard Niyama, Executive Secretary the Ma Progressive People's Party. Yawa kwa Bamrante.
Mejo Sumini Abema.
Na bibia boko de
otwedi ampon adaroma bibia eye boko na won so
nyankopa dom boko na PPP eno ma ko say
PPP de se onim say asumdwe party party papa party a yedim raso party a yen yese ye ba ban mu a ye behwe ama ubia afa ntoma pa efra ewo man ni mu yen ye ka say betu corruption ase a ye man megina ha me ka say Ebia Mahama corrupt say Kufuado and Kufuado corrupt say Mahama. Ye can near the solutions aba. See a bar, a then the corruption eba no. No many been say will be a minister, no sense ye MP and Emma Parliament and executive this year. Into ye see a bar, ye best sense adiano. If you so say a bar, a beshe amyatu aba, a EDC. If you so cry say Attorney General ya or hank of waging some politics in tea, ye bar. Ye betchim na Minister of Justice a political lawyer ma president no na Attorney General no ye defeat cabinet onka ye friend saying politicians ne ho na ono ababi di asem aboa ma tentren ne akoso ewo man mu nti PPP ne de emu adwo na ye nsem pa na ye de na ma ye bonto ase Ghana for ebitie no mato aba e de ama yewura Kofi Asamoah ama na babi di president na so bi di president a wanya kwanya na ye 10-point agenda ye say ba bua Ghana no yetumi e de ayadwuma aboa ye nyina ye ho.
Okay. Parliamentary level. Mutimi file it was saying.
Well, parliamentary level you file I think 11 candidates this time around.
Okay.
Yes.
11 candidates.
Yes.
And woman nyina duly filed.
Duly filed.
Obia ye disqualify obia.
There be na president no so mo disqualify na enfamra kwan so.
Enfamra kwan so.
Enfamra kwan so.
Okay, you ba be because who can we say Ghana for ebeto aba e de ama Kofi Asamoah wa electoral commission for so say we disqualify. Na meba electoral commission for your mama AGYEMAN my boy no. Wa kire die nti a we disqualify. PPP mo se mo ha no say.
Okay. Se wo hwe wo phone no so a.
Yeah.
Me the letters me no bi ascend.
As yes, me hope.
Na me pese wa be kan letter no nko say me na me be that tifo.
Okay. Me ba be kan.
Letter no kan wi a now they are compare ni AGYEMAN kan ne say letter no na e twa ntro and AGYEMAN na o twa ntro a na ye hwe ne ento ankomo no so.
Okay. What the letters me no ascend me. Na tifo me ba. Me ye letter no na men kan aha. Letter no de kan ne. I say one more address it to my presidential candidate and a flag bearer no Kofi Asamoah Progressive People's Party PPP. Presidential Nomination Vetting Committee's report. I bring you greeting from the Presidential Nomination Committee and trust that this letter finds you well. The nomination committee has detected the underlisted anomalies with your nomination forms, incomplete particulars of presidential candidates, incomplete particulars of supporters, pages 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 24, 27, 29, 32, 32, 46, 67, 68, 86, 124, 126, and 136. Meanwhile, the commission is contacting your supporters to verify the authenticity of their consent to your nomination. You are required to come for your nomination forms today, Saturday, 14 September 2024, and effect the needed corrections and resubmit by 12 noon on Sunday, 15 September 2024. We wish you well. Benjamin Banobio, Director, Electoral Services. Difference in there.
Medase. Inti letter na o kan ye no. Ehefa no matro ho say ye di Krofofi different district. Eko supporting with different district. Ehefa no ya tro letter no mu. Letter na san ye mienu. San kan second one na hwe the second one so kan.
But also number 2 no. Ase incomplete particulars of supporters.
Na sa na mame ne kan ye. Or say ye the supporters every different district. Akwa support with different districts.
Yes, is that details of it?
Is that the same as incomplete supporters details?
Okay, mame kan we yo. Owen so address to Kofi Asamoah. Filing of nominations, disqualification from the 2024 presidential elections. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust this letter finds you well. On behalf of the Commission, I regret to inform you that following the review of your nomination forms by the technical and IT teams established for this purpose, you unfortunately failed to qualify to contest as a presidential candidate in the 2024 presidential elections. The teams identified several errors and omissions in your forms, even though you were provided with an opportunity to correct same. We wish you better luck next time. Thank you. Very good. But so many errors.
Good. Inti afi yemehwe di amra neka.
Okay.
Ne yefan compare di omaye no. Ana se ansa na mekọ ho nimpu no me pese me ma o chronology kakra.
Okay.
Ye nyina ye okrum ha na ye bi nomination form. Se wo apese obedi president bi otum be fa form no. Inti Kofi Asamoah Sian esoma yen e ma yen so yekofa form e de bre no. Yekofa form de bre no ofele ye no. E na yisi esan frɛ yen ko eko meeting biem. Ena oma party bia data yemfa ye nomination form no embra nti omo chiche date ne time no yem PPP for omo ma yem Friday the 13th day of September 2024 3 o'clock say yemfa ye form no embra minua train ne boy ye ni ye gina Electoral Commission office
amawie
ya fele ye form say wie ye call ye no na other presidential candidates so e wo ho bebiri a te say ye kwoto omo so omo nyina say omo twend omo form abre yisi nanso ubegye di say 3 o'clock na ye koye no na yisi for no say omo akọ break omo call lunch break inti ye sign omo logbook no mu around 3 o'clock say ye do omo office nanso as at 5 o'clock no na yisi for no enye omo break omo ntumi meje ye form no esan say ye kodu ho no omo so omo call lunch break yo omo kọ no omo be resume and I say omo beto no makonwa so 4:14 p.m.
4:14 ba omo say mo 3
omo say ye 3 say ubisa mo reporters a na omo wo ho sada na omo be di adanse e de akere mo say by 4:14 na afi na isi no ono ma ye 3 o'clock say ye fa ye form mra no na afi na isi abetena ase yisi ebetena ase no e na omo cha ase say omo jeje form no nti obi antena ase we yet one me ye twen me na du so ne ye de form akọ yete ya ne say yisi aya announcement say wawie form ne jeje onju obi ade bi me na ye bowura na ye say eh wonju obi ade sen because my pray ya betena ha twen wa tata ma me ka say na bobe 526 na afi na nipa ba kwa nwura ma opie aba enti 526 no ene yesu ewura mu ene ye de form ekokoma yisi ye de form ma yisi pe ene yisi eka kire ye say ya ye late esan say emra ne say by 5 o'clock ene also obi abe submit ne form enti ehwo ne ho na say obekaya sa na dwona no some media houses crumple report say yisi anje ye form esan say ya ye late ukọ my joy online a omo report ye ukọ Star FM online omo report ye say yisi ya ye late late ya ye na say onu yisi ne ko break 3 o'clock 4:15 eno betna say so be forms ena because of long queue ninti yetumi wura mu 526 o see ya late ye ne press so na o see okay obedi form no if so no awaje atomu say ono so kan obi na ma ye late no ena oje form no wo je form no ade ache ye Saturday no ena wo frɛ yen ena wo ma yen letter wo de ma yen no you were very specific in the letter say when incomplete details in the letter na incomplete details na we hu no wo bobo pages incomplete details no ewo Yamianim no kreni. Ye kwaje form na ye de ba ye no. Ya ye hu ye nie. Once a form a quadruplicate. Na say
eye 9.
Eye 9. Enti ye incomplete details na ye hu ye no. Ebi wo hon ma e bia Margery and I will nominate me a will break constituency.
Yeah.
First form, second form, third form. What failure you be bia wo honum. That's fourth form no. One for house number answer. And then yamana yi si for incomplete details no. Into you who say pages no mo mention the my no. Most of those pages no be na yen crop for no. E bia wa fail correctly in the first second form. But third form no, either say we jan address and now we jan date and can so the kan. Into you so the area and say ye kohwe form now o details near correct ni wo mu na. Near copy with details now uja wo the other copies ni mu no. Near the abemu. Inti ye fele sa portals ni na.
Na adena sa we enya basic mistake adena no say ba ne sa.
When we say nkofo no mo ko field e ko fele ade.
Yeah.
We are talking of 254 districts.
Yeah, districts, yeah.
Nipa mienu in the field. So we are talking about 500 plus districts.
Districts, yeah.
Sankofo yo mo fele 500 persons, very good. Sankofo yo mo fele enye obi anota use pen. So what I say the time difference in so I the call rounds at the buy no. It's a short time.
Yeah.
Intino one person cannot stand there to ensure say obia air the right thing.
Oh, okay.
Inti ya cheche form ni mu region we be je na there.
Okay.
So dia kwani e more pressure. Monye monfambra because deadline ya there won. Inti by all means no. Sa petty no man ebi be inti na mra no e da hono ma ama ne clearly say who say mistake oba bia point mistake ni kire nipa no. Na nipa ne mra e me correct.
Okay.
Inti yankrofo ya bi mu agije o address ni ade yi. You complete ni nyina. That's the first letter now we kan ye no. You complete ni nyina no and you san ko return your form no e de mom on the Sunday around 11:30 a.m. because mo share say nke say de ba Sunday by 12 noon. Inti e mo de ade come man say time no so. Ye de come mo no e no mo ka share say mo beti ye nka. Inti mo beti ye nka no ya nti o mo nka biem. Ye twen say ye beti o mo nka. Ye twen say ye beti o mo nka. Ye twen say ye beti o mo nka. Ya nti o mo nka biem. Friday anopa and yet free other political parties one say ya from say omumra no mumbe nomination and you say adenti na ebe to afre parties ni bia ye nka Friday na anopa no ya twa letter e de come electoral commission bi say say ya tete ne mframamu say mo se mo ba be nomination na number 1 enokra na enokra adenti ne ye nka ho ya de letter no come on na ya anopa be 9:30 ampa ewia be ena omuso twa letter ena omu twa letter no photo no omu de send ye chairman WhatsApp e ka che ne say omu disqualifying na say nti omu disqualifying ne say omu hu several errors before omu use ye no omu hu several errors e wo ye form no mu nti ena omu koye nomination na ye nka hu bi na die nti a yakọ court no ene say emra bia ni honom ema yi si kwan say obe disqualify obi esan say we hu several errors. The law doesn't say so. In fact, one more no mo yes ambre ya mikutai eye CI 127
yeah.
Enye PPP for na ye enye NDC for na ye enye PPP for na ye electoral commission enu tintim sa CI 127 ni ena ode kokoto parliament say monji ntumu mame ena parliament for egitum edeman. So what I say ube kaya 2016 omo de sa asem ya bi edi yen sabre no mo pass CI 27 no sabre na mre wo ho ne CI 94
yeah
and also the same provisions na na ewum provisions ewum ne say who say obi form mistake wo so a twinipa na adwene si so say mistake we ene mehu wo form ne so na manipa na kwanya na se nipa no entunya ankorete a ena obe disqualify
wose wo man kan tremo
na let all the man any asem or can with
because
the same thing
asem okay
so what I say
me ba
or say yeah the different districts for how they play
Mr. Kofi Asamoah of the People's Progressive Party. He used registered voters in a particular district to support the nomination in other districts. Additionally, he had incomplete particulars of some of the supporters, and he was unable to satisfactorily correct these anomalies, and the committee recommended that he be disqualified.
Okay. I was a second point, incomplete particulars of supporters.
No, you're correcting na. Wapa on fire form nemra. Ni yenhwe say if na incomplete no. And the first one now okay say you're using Crawford from different districts. Yeah. And different districts no. She never told us. Macho letters in you know trauma yen. Enimu bi. Inti so one can try yan. Emra say if you did not tell us, did not tell us about that, you can't use that one to disqualify us. Regulation 9. And that hanom no. Opa medebema na wa working kind said that wa working kind letter no. Then kon say me na me ba be bom sim. Aka se bi wa hanom. So I say one me letter. Watch them say incomplete details. It was specific pages. Regulation 9 no. Make me see am say we inside wa. Waje na kinka regulation 9 say
regulation 9 no. Or say where you use form ra no. Abusana me ka say lawyer ni OSEI executive secretary the Ma Progressive People's Party Richard ni ama na ye no aiding komono. Na me ka also say if at na mama ora go fi akpalu my friend is am go am so kwa abrochire. My friend is an numbers nko. Na me wo ho say na me ne honhom na clicking ti ono so aba ha because over the weekend okolonche the manifesto na enipa bi ko hu wo PPP Kavro LPG manifesto lunch na ze no na me say Kofi onamu boy adwuma enti ono so ha nti ye ne be din komo now me can regulation 9 regulation 9 so our back pay who say regulation 9 saying
regulation 9 I'm sure the specific
where a candidate fails to comply with some regulation 2, the returning officer shall consider the nomination paper of the candidate as invalid. No. I'm saying, baby, a mammo. Yeah. Need check it. Regulation, mamma. Na mention there. Kobi, wo kra na easy say with tax clearance now wo challenge. Ultimate correct.
The same the same my pain. Me no na 3 days. And I easy no. I'm sure anomaly sir easy identify on my form.
There.
One, the tax clearance certificate. No 3 days. It's on a journal no mo friend ka just say.
Monko
there was a problem no. 2, I could be sign my Adan me organizer.
Okay.
So I was sign my gum.
Oh.
Uche. And then Jirapa. Na fill it form no. So I am sure number ni.
Number ben.
I say no voter ID number no.
Yeah, voter ID number.
But you know, instead of baby and 4. But the parliament say no, there's no ID no true 8. But your first 9 correct. The 10th number no true no.
It and so draw my attention.
Yes, now I normally almost say you have this problem at this district, you have this problem at this district. So
you see one more specific district.
Yes,
very good.
Exactly.
Very good.
Oh, okay.
Now today.
Me too.
District. But they won't tell you which of the people.
Oh, but Kofi.
No. One now fill form in the
yeah.
You should know the form now fill no. And then it's never sure what you man away no. Yes in the to tell you so harmon one your way in the crown. Why you favor? Because we now fill form number. It won't now fill form no. What shall people before there now say incomplete presidential particulars.
Yes.
There's a presidential candidate in Agrano. Or name the church on one so.
I saw incomplete, but almost correct. Exactly.
So I don't know. Oh, and now she also man pages bebrebe. What to me, MLS near my bebrebe now mistake now don't you know. One is a question. What my page is a page with mistake. It will bar for page now. I say, okay, my man check away. I'm check away. What try here? Easy amount *711 *51 hash. It will burn back on number now. Every month the district and then now giving to the whole failing hormone. 50 pesos it will not cost you money. And to the white page, you just type the number. You say what type of Sunday street way I couldn't know how on any correct, you know. What I say, son of Mayo, it's who na beshe no home bakura. Si Japadiano, me buy me bonums and you number be a man who say, you know, so quickly, no, quickly, I'm afraid, Upper West. I'm Tiny power we are more, no, and no Sassanin, a man to me, and so instead of 4, no, or my 8. And now, correct. And Nasina and Kana West, that's Paga, and also Orchard 3, and Kana, yeah, Upper West too. No, and Upper East. Upper East, Casina and Kana, West. But no, Paga, only Nanduli. Yeah. Only Upper West, only Upper West, yeah. Mistakes no matter no form soon. After 5 o'clock. With the bar or moon, but or no from me near we are some can also only bar 5:27. It's only bar after 5. Or no, I can say yes, no, say yes, your mom. By now, too, or say yes, I got you some from Friday. Yes, I get to remember from Friday. Yes, say, or free, you know, say, the bang now, wait to my people ready the diaba. Yes, he gave us 6 weeks to fill the form. 6 complete weeks. And to wait me a failure form now. It will not take you 3 weeks to fill. Okay? We have to be truthful to ourselves. We shouldn't say yes, the yes in the town will be yes in the town will be. Where your money you go through.
Kobe me bao. Ni wusha eye dia kofi ken. O say ha no wo mo ma mo pages ni nyina.
Exactly. So
when you able to see the mistakes,
well, me mama said me Kofi Apalu.
You just
in the law, no, your BBFN odi otaram patem.
Okay.
Here the other side. Yawahei, fanese despite. Ese me nyoma ira. Me nyoma na ira no. Me jagu mi table so. Me susu say Magjerry and area. Despite say nyoma no me nkyere no makro. Nanso me nyoma ira. Na nti ye de Magjerry akokot na yesi ye de okwapotum e wo bra despite an kan yo makwa ayira nti ye mfa nkotum. Have they been fair to you? We are talking about things, let's be realistic. You can't be fanciful about some of these things because of your political interest. Emrano wa hanum so clearly. Ma me read regulation 9.2 and the returning officer shall inform a candidate that the nomination of the candidate is invalid, where A, the particulars of the candidate or the person subscribing to the nomination paper are not as required by law. That's A. B, the nomination paper is not subscribed as required by law and shall give the candidate an opportunity to make amendments to any alteration. It is what your letter, mommy. Now we say incomplete particulars.
Well, we're 30 pages.
We're 30 pages.
Yeah.
Na makofa sa pages no ni mahu so obi agya na address wo honom na me the address ni ade na ahyehye honom na me the aba. That is the information you gave to me and I have responded to you. We are talking about a free, fair and transparent election. There's nothing to be hidden about it. Who are Bejina TV show? I say you use subscribers from a particular district to subscribe to a different district.
I don't know correct.
E wo mra wo man ye letter no. Wan ka sa asem no e wo letter no mu.
Na mo yesa.
Ya nya sa.
I say
ya nya sa.
Ti amra no.
Ya nya sa ba.
No na ti amra.
Mr. Kofi nya na ka asem.
Baba so na
This is much to so watch dodo.
Who are easy for PR? Who are easy for PR? I don't want to disrespect you.
Well, exactly.
Who are easy for PR?
Okay, exactly. Lawyer Richard Niama Abotreboko. Ain't maybe say wamama pages so na mo call ho. And na mo hu say anomaly se wo ho nie.
And you correct him.
And am correct.
And you be brom.
And you see catch am say mo fa nuru ho eye kwasiada. Etomo de call time ben.
Yeah, the kwasiada by 11:30 dey come on.
Oh, okay. One man kwasiada 12 noon.
Exactly. And now letter now or the disqualifying no. One can say yamfa ba on time. And now one can say corrections no yantumi anyu. Or say ohun several errors. The question is, what is the several error? What's the meaning of several error? You have to particularize it. Say error way, anyway, enemy who because of the rule of odi otaram patem. Because when to me, mama can say, why a boniti macho? Bonnie Ben Maya, was a man can't know. Na medium say why a boniti macho. Maybe a nigga hand Emma Honkaisa. And I want Casa woman never had a chess. Who mistake of form no more. Pointing mistake next me. In fact, Charlotte say I had the same thing in 2016. I call High Court. No? The High Court repeated these things that look because of all the Otteram pattern room. Let's be fair to the other side. Here, the other side, no, so also be a mistake. The exact mistake. No one opportunity. High Court, the assembly, you know, Charlotte say one thing and one say, or they call Supreme Court, or call Supreme Court, no, Supreme Court, and so can the same thing. And the Supreme Court can say, your case in Inti. One more for all the other parties on work court in the no more correct. So these things there are precedent there. Now one man letter I can't tell me say when we several errors. We you know what about the TV so say me do be a different district. Akwa subscribe to different district. E wo mra time I will say wo mam opportunity say me corruption no. One boss ade no so. Say me do be a different district.
Sunday etia na no as a chance say bia me wo do me kwabenya constituency na mako endo so form no wo abri eye kuapem
etiamra in that case no untumi subscribe say
okay
so what I say okay we went to our people in their constituencies and omo fele ma yen according to baby omo te no it is a wo electoral commission wo say ye di obi efi ebi adome akwa subscribe wo ebi a ebri a ense wo ka kire say ye the majority efi dome ababri into etiamra now my opportunity near koyi majority in film near the babashonum now you don't just hide that one as if you are ambushing us one my letter krempu one boss ade no so wom no akwa ko gina TV so na ekwana akwa kitchen the whole world say you be a different district akwa different district and no you don't satisfy the odi otaram pattern rule and that is why we are in court asking the court to say they should review the decision of the electoral commission because that decision is incompetent, it is lawless, and it is unlawful and against our right of fair hearing. And we need to hear the assembly.
Okay, it is say a diana more say court in the bay.
Yeah, yes, sure, court no one idea. Very, very simple. My main cat, your relief, you know, venture.
I catch any. Make out say any executive secretary of the Progressive People's Party. Lawyer Richard Niama and you know the didn't come on. One mark court and I'm say easier disqualify.
And no my free court one. 5.
Okay.
The kind mechanical from match as a declaration that the decision of the respondent, you can't respond and I say electoral commission to reject the nomination form and disqualify the applicant on grounds of error and omission in the form without identifying or particularizing a single error is arbitrary and unreasonable and same constitute a serious fundamental error of law against Article 23 and 296 of the 1992 Constitution. And I can say, why easy? If I say we disqualify and family so
okay,
and yet reasonable. Into court in case decision now we taken wrong, no mutual mayen. They are also new a declaration that the decision of the respondent to reject the nomination forms and disqualify the applicant without adhering to the odi otaram pattern rule constitute a serious fundamental error of law. Odi otaram pattern rule ne say when tie
okay
because one kan ye born nimpo ankyere ne nyakwa ba be kyerɛkyerɛ mu hwɛ nyankopɔn obo wiase no obo wiase no onim bibia enso oba Garden of Eden ne mu no a ohun sɛ nkɔfo Adam ne Eve akwa kodi aduaba enye sɛ nyankopɔn ba na ɔsɛ Adam ne Eve makumu obi sɛ ɔmo sɛ Adam ɛdeɛ ne wayɛ nyankopɔn pa onim bibia no obi sɛ Adam sɛ ɛdeɛ ne wayɛ nti wo ne hwan a bɛka sɛ wo de wo bisa ne ayɛ ɛsɛ wo bisa yɛn na ɛwɔ mu nkyerɛ mu bia yɛde ba ɛne yɛfɛ no odi otaram patem tie no ansa na wagye no the person
natural justice
no okay the person nyensa you see a declaration that the failure of the respondent to communicate the alleged irregularity on the nomination form of the applicant and offering him opportunity to amend in accordance to regulation 92B of CI 127 before its public announcement to disqualify the applicant violate the applicant's right to fair hearing. Now I say electoral commissioner ono say ye do be fi district akako subscribe or district fufu ma ono endi kan kire yen no wa my opportunity ni amba me yen sakrae no no ko gina TV so kan no eno so no wetietia fa ho di so.
Okay.
Wahu afei you say an order of prohibition to prevent the respondent from proceeding to conduct the 2024 presidential elections without the applicant until the matters in dispute are disposed of by this court. Inti yes also the injunction act on so.
Okay.
Say man to aso nkoye bibia man print ballot paper man nye bibia ko pem say court ni be di asem ni be wie na court esisi asem no.
And then say court ni ntemo na ye ni bere.
O say the Monday ya na ye court. Ye kwa ye pentem ti ye Monday date. Omo na yeso omo file omo response no be share wo court Monday. Asa na omo file ya me de minim de be si.
Okay.
Okay. And after ye an order of the court directed at the respondent to accept the nomination forms subject to any necessary amendment or alteration, if any, as provided by the law, and declare the applicant as qualified to participate in the 2024 election. Now I said, you see, on your form, now mistake be yourself work on my acquaintance, no fire in 2024 election. And no man, ye be self court in there, simple.
Okay. Now, would you say we know a bit my contempt because a bre and so in yafa.
Oh, one say, Emrana Cassani say, Manso Channel, na procedure and a wa. Intinyoma be saying, no, the procedure different. Sen ka wo de meka na me de wo court and ka me ka file rate of summons. Rate of summons on me file afi na be enter appearance. Na wa ba be file with defense. Na me so ma file reply. Be court na 3 months aso. But nyoma be saying no yen file rate of summons.
Okay.
The law is very clear on it. You will be a friend originating motion or notice.
Okay.
Inti originating motion na e dey connect say asem no e asem be wo say court no e kan intempt. Wo be kaya 2016 ebro mo disqualify Dr. Indum na a 10th October. We can put the almost disqualify in September, which means it is quite earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, the assembly court around 15th October. By 24th October, na High Court among judgment away that. And I used to sign the court to be Emma Supreme Court assign man judgment by 30th October. Until yeah, the November and a printed ballot papers.
The court say court no ejitumua na the American one more grant here. Na ballot no ma yenom ne ade nyina no edo mo san reverse o.
Oh, say nyina ye wo krum ha no wo kai Ransford France. Em say 2015 hono baby. Abrante bi wo wini ba. Or the electoral commission court to say
district level elections.
Oman ye nomination ni ye. Ebra court decide na yi sisi wa printing the ballot paper nyina wi. Say some printing
from
there.
The whole Ghana omo we do
you printed the whole thing. Inti no the EC knows about it. Inti ono na wo so ye no man tentem no ba court no be yi ne ho ano. Na fedie kwankwa omai opportunity see encourage ya ntumi ankorete no ombra metre court no se court ne gine tumu a fine court na ngina ntum no mo se yen so ye ne ye right a fine ne yakwa kwahye mbi nti no court ka se yen ye nomination fofura yen ye balloting fofura ye be ye
the court ne de mu ginem
oh ye
ginem
papa
okay
ye ginem papa
enti we aya disqualification ne mu nsem a akwakopie mu court na adena PPP for demonstration and also cause yi mo kire se wo yetiti ankrofo bi fa wo die so
McJerry demonstration the course no adentina amanfo so mo ko demonstration di nti omo so mo ko demonstration ne se aban ayenhwe han ama galamsefo na edi hene e wo man yi mu enu nti no omo so mo ko demonstration yin na so yin mi se demonstration no emra eda ho e okrum ha no emra na kire se wo be ko demonstration a e wo se woma police for notice se me ko demonstration yin na yin kwan a police for wo mo notice a omo try so be frustrate you from demonstrating yen fa ni nyina nkoto nchen emra nte ne maba wa no ko demonstration no there were excesses eno mani bi won mo ye ya sebe wo hwa na emfamra kwan mu se omo ko sesa abo ne ade ede begu kwan mu na omo sisi kwan se omo makas entwam ne ade no ni nyina no they were excesses so what you say now so impanyin say two wrongs don't make a right if there were excesses we believe say police for the court kwan o mafa so handle emrante no krampo ye far more excess than the emrante ne ye no adinti na make sa krum ha ye te no emra clear say police for chiwa one of the first things also mo ye say so mo catch say you have the right to a lawyer a police for chimrante ne maba we 48 hours na lawyer for 18 krum hanom ape baby amrante nigu aposi for say order from above we will not allow you to see them
order from above no kan almost example
omo lawyer no Prince Kanaku ono kan wo Joy FM morning show discussion no adamte enso kan say aposi for say order from above they shouldn't disclose their location to them me I'm just quoting the lawyers and in fact wo hwe ne o me court na say lawyer for no entumi any of my clients no ending komo my typical example say what to say yes ababa we bi onyem 4 months okon ya mom remand no e na wie me kwete ya attorney general say na nka lawyer for na ye o masede so o mo ka che judge ne say o mo client ne nyim na me client wa ma me no ending komo no me den hu so onyem so I say
I'm getting information so ma tested but negative yes onyem
well let's even grant say no onyem but the point is that lawyer ain't mean ko defend o ewo mra oni wundi
nkomo okay
so I say lawyer ain't mean ko defend o ewo mra oni wundi nkomo ena ye wo mra nso about bail we can say be discuss here dey we need to me ba me fa criminal procedure code ne by
okay
act 30 section 96 of the criminal procedure code e kwan wo mu a making kwan a judge efa so edema bail ene kwan o beka say on ma bail a kire the di kan emra ne kire ye say bill yemfa ntwi ni paso
okay
bill yemfa ntwi ni paso dia judge ne ye no utumu say why na adwe say o twi ni pa na so keke
ehina so ne ye den
me anamba be chechire mu no enka nimpo no nanka over section 96 ni mu ana ye beka tell say obi ko report obi defile obi commit murder na ye friend non bailable offenses and then Martin Pebu Adawroma or they call Supreme Court aje atom say samra no sebe emra fun am ye twam e ma say obi
dia wukra na
obi dia wukra mpa yetumi ma ne bail na bail no then e was say judge hwe ansa wo ma bail and na mba be chechiro mu de di kan e say judge ne hwe say offense ne ye de abo no e offense a ekosoro ana e wo fom
okay
offense e de abo nkrofo nyina misdemeanor Ghana hanum ye cash offense be a misdemeanor just a maximum prison sentence abetumi anya no e 3 years and in most misdemeanors no ukokota fine na ye fine
okay
so what I say into we krompo new offense ano o shipi so what I say number 2 ade say judge hwe ne say nipa na o so pe bill no ye jana obedwane ana say ondwane wahu eno so judge be hwe sa ade no no we gina so e de ama bill number 3 wo nkrofo a bibi wo mo nsem a omoye omadwen say on be sign bill ama wana say wo people of substance they don't deny you bill in this country
okay
because bill ni na say ye discarto so say wo dwane a nipa na ye discarto so no ye be di iska no efini nsem say nipa na be sign ma won ye be di efini nsem wahu number 3 the evidence before the court in this case no hwe wo hwe kwan a police for fa so chinkrofo na at least 2 people have said say omu fi asori a omu ba omu bi 37 ho na ye chinkrofo ene ye che omu fraaye number 2 gay ya ye so onyima se ye se test aba se onyimi onam ne baabi ena okobo nkomo 37 ho no bi sa wo hwe video na City FM for aye me ba kra me send sa link ne ma minim se wo hwe ya wo hwe video na obehu se baabi asa girl no se black top ene blue jeans
ya no mo so onyim no
ya no onyim no wo hwe ma obehu se o se black t-shirt ene o se blue jeans on se red to say omo mo ko demonstration no but na ogina 37 one sa wo finance commission e ba baabi a station ne wo no no so ogina ho no ma o peka ena demonstrators ne so gina ho no bi nti omo gina ho no na wo hwe video na aposifo no ena e ko omo so aposifo ne ko omo so no obi a ndwane because omo an omo gina ho they were not violent people no omo gina ho no din omo hu ya ne sa aposifo no asarande omo ese yati mu nyina nti wo a ugina kwancha wo fa ka
o BBS ya na sia wi o
exactly nyoma na nyina si the first 2 days when nyoma na si ye ni si the first 2 days there's a high probability say sa nipa na ye che omo no krampu e bia omo nka omi no omo block e kwan no in the first 2 days no so what I say but on the third day no aposifo ne ba no no mari o madwen say ye ba ba chi obia nti wo a anya lock ya na ugina ho bi te say obi o se na wapon asori a o twam wo ho ene ge yi o so okogina ho no makopeka yi ya che o maka ho ye de omo bedu court na judge independent judge a ye train judge a wuni mmra na wo say wo de saa nipa ni nyina obi anko remand 2 weeks adinti saa 2 weeks yi obi betumi alusu na adwuma because betumi asake no enso nka demonstration ni hu bi obi krompo yare yese entoko amoko wo hwan sa police 40 asese yen fo amoko hospital no na nya asem ketwa enti ya ye kan ni na say yen kan say nyankofo no ye no they did the right thing but ya ye kan say enyomo omo ye no say wo share response every Ghana Police Service waba any response every judge no honom na bana it is too harsh if you say ene Ghana ha ye wo no obi a ya accusing of murder krempo no yitumi mani bill na obi a wako demonstration keke na mo say onunti ye mani bill ye de bi mu akọ insawum for 2 weeks just because of demonstration and I say onu krempo no obi krempo a o se man ko demonstration bi ma pon asori na mi twam ana makodnya 37 na me ko peka na police for beche na o ma cheme afra e look kenti me kwakoji 2 weeks e won sawum e ya de a e highly unfair na me betena wa fidie so aka akire police for say eno ma o ma ye no emfamra kwamu na wahu within 48 hours no e na police for no abusing too much yes yenim say mra no ma ho kwan say uchi obi a ubetumi detain for the first 24 hours but mra no say many pa no ho kwan no ne lawyer enkasa lawyers ba mo se mo ne o lawyers enkasa won say no ma bi say no ebetumi atome ebetumi ato because who nim ba bia wo kwakonam a obi be demonstration wo ho ni aka say ye mechi soup ni ate wafra na ye de wafra kwa na enunti ye koye no judge say wo ma remand 2 weeks unyoma wo ye nyina ubejai ni nyina ye for the next 2 weeks just because you found yourself at the wrong place at that right time at police for your imagine say omokwakochi nipa no that's our case simply enti we are calling on the attorney general the power now resides in the hands of the attorney general so attorney general epa obetumi akọ court Monday akoka say he's discontinuing the case the judge will release all of them everything depends on him now if this government and the attorney general truly cares about the human rights of these people more than Galamsey, they should go and discontinue the case and release the people.
Okay, Nani, what share and some Hunuswa demonstrators here, and you're not cause the problem.
You see, that because
is where I said we are encouraging lawlessness because one more are demonstrating. Demonstration, of course, no, one more say one more detail illegal mining. No problem. Police for no my engagement. One match them with police for your press conference. Sequentially, baby out it is a one more 7 areas, 7 routes. Na mobedu baby said derby ya dane ho. This time you kofa boa ba be gukwem. You kofa nua ba be gukwem. Na ma obi a onka demonstration ho no mo se mo for so they say on beka hu bi verbally assaulting such persons. Eno so
eno no makondem dada. Me kasan me kache o say eno ma amrante ne ye no emfamra kwemu so what I say nti there's no question about that one say
okay
no more ye no emfamra kwemu but the point is that in the rush to arrest no the police might have arrested innocent people and added them to the demonstrators so when you take them to court the treatment that was given to them then no, is highly unfair it's and don't say yembra na ye di adwuma Ghana hanom you see krom hanom na ye wo no you can be accused wrongly at any time
yeah
say bin to woda me emri bi nkankofo bom ye kumi because almost say makidnap me ameba
yeah
wo ACP Junction he ya
okay
enu nti na mra ne say ye de wo court the court should first of all see you as innocent until say you prove say you are guilty baby asem ni see ye no CCTV camera baby wo ho mebo police surveillance cameras
Yeah.
Say wo honom. Say police for echo review cameras na omu be hu nkrofo mo de abo e begu kwan no mu. Because e da no mo koya arrest no obi amfa abo nkugu kwan no mu. Sa da no na afi na nkrofo na ba no pa omo gado mo. Possible say e bia me na me de abo nkugu kwan no mu Saturday nanso Sunday mamba hobi na obi oba honom Sunday a e bia onka ho ene ye de abo nkugu kwan no mu no. No wache sa nipa no mu no no akwa kodi remand because of meme nkwase ade amaye. Wan enti ya ka say the way our police for treat asem no they have not treated it professionally. Na judge so I'm disappointed in the judge.
It just say release them.
They should release them unconditionally. They should release them.
Okay.
AGB to me file say or withdraw case no. A criminal procedure. Yet me the court near about charge. Na AG abano abe withdraw say you withdraw we na no wasan achew because or say or the additional charges about withdrawal no. Okay, Mrana, withdrawal does not mean say you have been acquitted. So what I say. Inti attorney general between for say or withdraw case no. Or withdraw case na remand no be expire automatically. Remand no expire na fe de onche nkrofo no maye bone no na inform nko. Ye de omo konso I don't believe say this is an offense SM will be remand wo. Say makoye demonstration timi dwane akwanfa. They will certainly come back and face their accusers.
All right. Higher need 100.9. Executive Secretary of the Progressive People's Party, Richard Niyama, and now what's in the two issues are add up on the Swayache, a disqualification of a Progressive People's Party. I can say, when we didn't court, watch it and no ma, cause what them Marano at the because a lawyer ni, watch it and the entire woman who say, when this disqualification, no, and number of pines so in Indian so, my court. At the same time, PPP and the statement by a statement, a woman the abandon. One more chance a demonstration there course no kwanya police for no fa so de che suspects are and they want my remand one and the crowns on my remand bi and on my remand and no crowd the back of one one cause I can't home be on my remand on police custody and so I'm going to shim for 2 weeks. Kofi Akpalu the leader founder the Liberal Party of Ghana. Kofi Mwakwaba
I'm Joseph Majeri.
It's saying
okay,
these are the issues on the table. Now, Fena, Yancha, a year so far. One or two manifesto never said ya and Rama Air Coso. Kovi?
Yeah, Jerry. So, only come for what's a more was as you
and the Crumum.
Because a crewman Muslim who said easy for no more mobile papa.
Electoral Commission.
More mobile papa. Because to me say I'm on for me chance some two almost so I say easy for in come for and then making comments will be I come on just say me could feel Apollonia I don't call it me silly true
na ebia PPP kofia samuel on ebe na bo na
I want to me anye
moment me amba
and I say crash form one na crash form be na boy party ni I don't go party no so I don't go school ba but mama no nyansa on was surrounding itself with a crash for omunim form no fele and we treat your moka
is that your moka say na mama the city graduate
yeah it's true ebi mo also kroma dey brofo na if you say brofo ye nyansa brofo nye nyansa on brofo e kasa o just say it mama e don't go. She's one of the most respected person I want my life. Because mama no, not you know some papa. Also filling the form no.
Yeah.
What the same mistake you ba ho. Ba catch for no PhD, doctor one why omo na fail omo di man fail omo form no. Form no. My Jerry, so we nim fail. E no kura ba ko pe.
Na Kofi fail and we nim fail na.
We nim fail na akosua na ya kire wo. Enya brofo. We enya brofo. Na party bia no e say process no all over. Yes a process no e se tukurum ba bi. Edu about so ani atonka da bi na sa. Ya dwuma me yu so constituency bia wo di pa honom. If you do man constituency for no ma failure man. But what you say? O me mistake a e pa na fa fun na. Hwe o say e toss number 2 na dey koye. Because we did our job 3 weeks before. On my 6 weeks. 3 weeks na here dey we. So what I say because so any time na da come easy for no ana papa na gina ho omoji a tada when independent candidate ana papa no ho Kofi Granting what's the last election no you know
so we disqualify the last
say on tia sia be okoko to angusi ba bia what I say ade no easy for no mba o metro say district be o hia nipa 2 nipa no mo sama no they should be registered at that district.
And some be registered voters.
As I look go for beside or busa na so massa mami on top about almost as what area ho. And just all register ho. No the form amount, no I fill it. So who district be a number code. Every district has its unique code. It would mean for me code. Me woman share south. Me to for me then go fail men share north. And I mean to me for me then go fail it. I just so but do be on my about to say me tikuma se me tin kran ba me tuma ba wo na ba na so chale mama sama wo da me che no na wo se bia me nkran na me sama ba wadwe no se bia unim code ni mu a ni ban this efili ma wo hu me wo fa code no na maka cho se masa because me ko for mo fili ni nyina no na se masa ma me hwe majari ni nyina wa ha
ba se obi wo ha wa transfer. It's also how we identify.
Transfer no ebe hu. Me dia ba ko hu nipa no asaman kese ya. Lower West Akim.
Lower West Akim, yeah.
Yes. Oh no. So I transfer the call another place. What I say. But as at the time now
of fill forms no.
Of card you know. Card you know say why minim to how this card no ma wo so let me tell you but mo feel you know e kwa is one is was there be it's no longer in that district but the BBI just was that district wo no register straight away. What do? You have to replace it replace him for our organizer because he was the women organizer. Straight away now replacing him with the organizer adana na jona papa ne ayewie because wo di pana o fa phone na papa o ma feel the abasisi a you not spend 2 minutes. What am I saying? It's you know, AGYEMAN you had correct. Hey, when the correct when you down.
But some run it say AGYEMAN enough form. Easy at the
now on ba ko bede.
That's I say you know I due diligence.
You know, Mrana organ say. You be say party bia be ye a sectoral party. You be say ye national party. The national party no, so everywhere in Ghana. Eti won ko se bia wo central region ho na wo dominance wo na bo ho no ma yenim wo any other part of the country. Oh my God, so ba you know voter region no. So you saw the atmosphere.
Yeah.
O hwe ni pano mugu ono no. So the me say no. Eti no feel voter region I say easy. The same thing every region bia every region bia Ghana be 16 regions no. Make us say me here or ICC ho no machina. You see our members. Yeah members no. They were saying yenye said the omode no muye ni kiki no the din form so o say hwe majeri form no do feeling no one feeling here be disqualify na kwa don ko namu no okọ
ba mra ne se nipa ne kire ne form so no
so my pages to so my pages no so page we na correct it you ko no go page no e di be na ho it di na ho no ba check here say the middle na ho no 2 names na ho no about each e bia ko 4 names so you e bia 4 ni nyina anye what I say it will ba obe which one and I am a voter register no already you have it
it's okay so we are now with the compare
exactly so you compare it and then see say bia where are the mistakes what am I saying but already no e bia ko duru ya no o de o so ba mu say one fill address you go to address bia sure and you're fine but bia voter ID no and correct so check the voter ID do a due diligence and sana wasaja ko to all side call and I didn't fa because one year money so much disqualify or no one disqualify right who sukro ma disqualify Bernard Muna was say you disqualify no o cost
ono so akọ
court no be ko na do kan court on ma dibem hwe aban ye koto ye 13 ne o
Bakovi on say disqualification
na me disqualify me pay
you disqualify pay you disqualify by your service
station eso say you disqualify me o just say aforijan disqualify me Saloto said disqualify me. What I say? I learnt my lessons from there. I didn't hear you disqualify one way you name ye none next time about because independent candidates for craft from Omundi party of them. I for independent candidates on your phone.
Therefore,
so I dear we you found quite late. There's no information in fan fail. It's not the quite late. What time are the quite up? 527. What I say? I dare feeling you found call it. You contem. Some me feel and tempt me. And before the call first. On the call 9 a.m. Monday. Me the call 9:30 on Monday. And this is for my Monday area. I did your from my Tuesday. They are my seniors, or my eduman chair. It's when you say, oh, the contema, no more, if you see on my flock and more correct.
No man in time.
Because a nipper now will fail.
Now, from so
what time Friday, you know, I dare say upon 5 p.m. No, I saw that call 5:27. What I say? That's all crown. A time that the G at the end of crutches out. Oh, and I've been on Muna so. Also, been on Muna, no time and all, chairman and general secretary. No one pay attention. No judge any map can see no more failure or my dear. Don't say, you say now, no bad candidate, you know, when who knew so, bluff and so giddy. What I say? And you know, want to say, well, to me, I'm fairly. It's just all you to not turn the baby. No choir in the next time, because this time they are banning a choir 13 year call. Be a court went to be out. Court. Because what feeling the year at the whole clear. What I say? I feel now person used to bet you baby who missed this war. Now you say Nejuma. Oh now I feel was on the page was a page when you're correct, page when you're correct. So what do? You go and do due diligence, work on it, and she also say, some for names in our paper and so no. Nina correct, vote ID correct, police station code, you know, correct. Now they are compare. Otu aba wen fa akra na ase
say maba meto no domi
kwabenya e ho no e greater cranty be si do sho card ne so bon say si o ja say
me card na dwaben de no na ma transfer de aba
anti first na dwaben e fa de
dwaben asante dwaben
e na F o ja say na fe be call paper na so no ye di si be share F column ye ti on twam. It's easy to do it correct. Okay. But say, my Jerry, Opia disqualified with Chroma Pia.
And your boy, you say,
this is no Van Obey. Or no, Obecoso, it is take because one day is no Van Obey. And Rana say we need for 10 years. Now, what do you mean, Juma? Now, Obetima for 4 minutes. It's the next election, it been probably 2000 with your fairly form. Yes, you don't team ending now, be saying for 2000 about. So far as all the 2000 will be filling the form of very correct. Very correct and quite no child. I say 300,000 over 300,000. But now it's not with you. Only criminal records. Once without tax grant certificate. My Jerry, for the sake of Wako. Sunday man is to from now will be correct. Or fill the form correct with a corner of papa, Monday and papa. When I disqualify. How? A quan better yes, never said may disqualify.
Oh, but set time and so there if you are working within one more time frame there. And they have found so their content man and found content.
You what the content match? What the content match? Just what you want to call why in the year. Oh yes.
It's a time in our best metaphor.
It's very important.
But Nanya used to find out Asia time in the mama.
David,
sir,
this is called us. And ask us, when do you think you can submit your form?
And to one so be a time Ben, I would be a baby.
1 week to the time, you know. And I'm invite you in any choir, and I'm time and I when they say, you be banopa. And Monday, papa, and you go get from there, them.
Oh, Metisana, I will be the then I will
I say, I'm a corner panel, sir, now and before the kind. I
come with the
and I would decline, I toss me.
It's a Monday beside where Brea with the Beba. It is a Monday in the moon, the call young.
Any problem, imagine.
None of them say, yes, and I said,
Debbie, or man shall be a time. It would your time I would choose you, no. Who chooses about Friday and so on my channel 527 no about. It is, you know, why I did cross OJ form because we be crank on it. Because a time up. but only if I'm to and chain. Minia, sir, boys, no more demonstration. My exercise almost civil right.
Yeah.
Democratic right. That's what I'm going when I'm to bro for in Kuskuntin. Now, Majeri, so I didn't know my idea. Say, my boy, Galamsey, say, Mama, Galamsey, my boy, the room, my idea, pa. Now, I didn't put for the show.
And one more John, one couple of coin or more, baby, and just almost five. Leader, no, I could 2 police car key. Oh, dear Johnny. I don't so Yakarana. Oh, 2 car key in the John not touching.
Hey, this very disrespectful. That's what Mugana police.
Roots are one more police for a woman, one man for one more fine, baby, or Momo.
Just Mugana police, you know. Oh, no, my idea. Also, I am Kurankura, only young people. You know, Minister, she saw the mention. And you know, yesterday is police. Say, so much almost 2 days on.
2 weeks.
Oh, a dozen.
Remanded a dozen.
Oh, a dozen. We know, Omunya, Bana, or the Omunya, no coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. Omunya, and Kurankura, Mufis.
Where a court. And your police court.
Oh, say, police one the Domokoe. Now be Omunya Bankasa, so the Mechano. Now, Ombijawum, where the Omunya, Friday, Omunkofi, could do weekend. So the Mechano, Mudi Mufis. So the mechano. Me pan me boss china. I buy foul more born in Chom no munya no coffee. Because the demonstration there. Say na kufado ono why be to no him say demonstration there sir. E kroma de emse panifo no munya be pen.
And demonstration there sir no mudi anymore.
Me be da mum. Benan muna say why sir.
Okay.
Enti wona ta man fele no form no.
Benan muna why
because time mo nya no da mu. You know, when that time I'm feeling the form, no. So, I was say, Munya boys, no. Oh, Nana Kufado, Mr. Wada, could you form with the wall, Nana no woman. Do my Bonibio, my Bia, Mr. Mufumani, Tuna, Munya, no Mukufina, Could you, my mediane. Now, wait, ye patch on Nana, yes, Wada, much Moswakra, Munya, Muna, Mukufina, Sabio, Omen Bear for 2. At least. Once begin your obesity. Name Yanko rather monumina say, Obi a senior bishop was some says one more. Of a best steady ones each other, Brabonazine is that. Oh, and you ready, yes, sir. Nana Kufado, the patcho, and you may with the Cotojogu form. And penny farm can be a Bian, a sermon upon macho. Munyam and Ranteno, and a Mabawano. Now Munkofi. Na we dey aswode kakra no maye nti yesem fa nchom me magari
now who call launch your manifesto voter region.
Yeah,
I was a Jumadi in the course.
Hey Majari, what say don't baby you don't with your course.
Me dey me their course.
Na Majari come on is
na to Crawford we nyina she voter region. Because I counted the over 6,000
and I said the me ni sika kwa mde pulo ka muska mde pulo ka bablo sa Majori sa me we ni voter region man nyanwa
sa
yes me ni voter region man nyanwa say election me kwa me votarian na mum
okay
I'm the only votarian in all the 13 people na contest no
is
tinu say me we ni voter region man nyanwa so and a number na me nyaso me number 5
number 5.
That's number 5 na me nyaa no. I make the candidates now more contest on my idea na mo nyaa the number 2. In all the constituencies no mo contest obi ada number 2.
And then I just say no apart from MPP
in the NDC no obi an contest
LPG. And te ba na say no mo no be ba number 2 and san NDC the number.
Enti mo nyina the number 2 na ni I don't want to see here. I don't know unu bloto na boboy no. Friday about single 5 single 2.
Friday number boy no.
It go for you now. We go for you try BD. O say me ntwa loto me say na man ni nyo. Ba me nkura no. If no parliament candidates no. Obi as me dem say Mr. Polonia number 5 na na number 2. Ho mo na ko twa single 5 single 2. We see me twa 10 series, we see me twa 12 series. One choice ka kesi o. Me twa think. eti ablekuma south PC oh on the boys no born in tamo no nyina o nyina akotwa na o de mu nyina di loto na numbers na boy Friday no e trust nyakopon ayi bibia wi na sa number no say number na 5 the magic number what's a magic so spell MAGIC magic 5 letters and now offer lucky so a lucky number LUCKY now fe no wa break what's say na be breaki MPPNDC duopoly no
sir
nti ye breaking ti ye BREAK
and also 5
na what's a so free voter I'm the only votarian the voter region representative the voter near VOLTA
and also 5
na there a child walk around and say Jesus Christ din na fene Jesus no ye JESUS now say Marjorie show o say your logo no a star star has 5 edges
yes
5 edges so eti Marjorie unyame sawo
sir
yes election way ya told me that I'll win the elections.
2024 elections.
Yes. Hey, I'll win it. Majari, nyame ne singing ne pa. Majari, I'll win the election and I'll win hands down. Yes.
And go run off.
Run off.
I feel about 21 touch. Oh.
Me winning election hands down. Without Kruma Betty.
I didn't know saying crunches.
Majari,
because I know you'll be doing some more Obi ba as third force crown, maybe a bit to me pushia or run, but not necessarily so.
No, I win the election. Majari, Mamma Cassim show, Nammy seeing matter of videos what I say. Me Namia Yachem Dada. And I'm going to videos with that. Say on the 10th of March 2010, Nakopon Someda is if you have made the president of Ghana. It is that, and I'm going to make Abedu Sabri. Now, Diana Messoyano, Diana Edemu Prefe, Bibian Fanchain. That is 14 years ago. Diana Messoyano, 14 years ago, a bumper pepe. Majari, I'm the next president of Ghana. I win this election. Nothing can stop it. And this cow, and I now what you and I and Joe, and then you be out. Name a year or so soon, Yankopon born New Yassi. Or no, and a bemedim kunim. Obedient to Missiano Quine. Bonnie Bien with Missiano Quine. And if I be asked with Missiano Quine, I will win it.
May you have failed to me filing how many parliamentary candidates?
Oh, Mama filing, so say, never meet your mother, one of your mother. It's 36 and need to try. Mama can't went to
okay.
You know, we are okay.
It's a much 36 parliamentary candidate.
Yeah. You know, Majari, Minna Camina Cran Communion file, but I said, now, Mafusika some more for.
Yeah.
But could be Omuna file so communion winning. Because we'll be a committee to be about winning.
Wow.
Oh, yes, Majari, this election there, you told me that.
Because Yaba Volta region, speaking to parliamentary candidates, hey, Obia confidence level no so.
Exactly.
Obia no na kasa be live on the radio. Obia confidence level.
Which be more no. Adwuma easy ma wo. Because so far as say Umusa Kufi Apolu a candidate, you know, the people want to vote for you. Majari, the nyame ayame no. Inside the panel who you say me kasa me ye you was sunyane sesi.
Yeah. Go bet to menya sa.
Me need to win 10 times.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's in the real LPG. Okay, anyway, executives, chairman, constituency chairman, constituency secretary, on then your friend parliamentary candidate.
Exactly. Hey, party near party. Yeah, party. Let's say yeah, party no. Yeah, party now.
But crowd of people voter region moment. Honestly, I was amazed. Now me expect a crowd, but now even on the panel, yeah, you call your setup and I'm so. I go back to the interview, Basuni. What's one of them say?
No, we need to buy it. No, we need to buy because in Benby, a case Casamania didn't to me. Case Casamania didn't to me. But Majari.
So after say one launch your manifesto, what next?
They say no. Your team no your teagum. My wife. any the campaign team on them.
Oh, okay.
And my running mate or number start on
running mate, yeah, Sam.
Start from a China.
Okay.
Your friend say me agasa. Me start me this Saturday.
Saturday way. Itinerary. Ni say na mo plan itinerary no.
Yeah no. Me say betuja.
Oh, okay.
Me say betuja no we try and them.
So mo dem ya no maka ko pie ho na just.
Azali na ye
bibi akoso.
Bi mu so namu. E si am no ka say bi namu e wo Western North, bi namu e wo Upper West. E bi namu e wo Blue East. E bi so namu wo Eastern. If I say so many aside.
Yeah.
People are there. Yeah, and other people are also in the voter region, running around. And you know, and another set is so called Uti. And you know, that's how we are doing. Yeah. Now, it be so great Accra. It's a AGYEMAN. One day, yeah. But about when election, no. Election, yeah, so be
okay.
Because me should die na me hu or die mu a ebebam. You know, me die na masono. I'm the next president of Ghana. Yes. And I am so young, son, me to son, I'm always a bump pepe.
Kofi, supposing, say, when we the parliamentary candidates, 36, meaning, say, only other political parties, MPs, and the AGYEMAN being the president, and you're challenging.
No, not at all. Not at all. Say, a baby or my so appointed be ministers, or appointed be ministers. Until you be free and people be free and this, you know, now you move on. And I did be able to me say boa my for now also be partisan near ball constituency for no money. I said I did bro go so on prima money Mosanka. What to more?
Maybe say we ballot in there ban so no. And then a one I'll coin a year.
Me bompire. And I'm still ready say. Me say me am picking me you know because I don't want anybody to pick it for me.
Okay.
Tina me am go pick it you know. Now I said now what them will be that day na.
And there be easy one.
Okay. Now who say Majari? Not very funny that day no.
But then your monitor keenly. Your man close monitoring.
Yes. Now they see what that day no. No crony.
Yes, so what swap away cry.
Oh, I know yeah. I go no make can say muna o mo dem say sichire say so o ma so ku gare o mutrim na. O mo de can say munu dia. We don't need to waste time on them. Hey, Majari, you call you you can say you be picky first round based on the wow the can do submission buy. And tell me before the can do more buy. And I hear LPG buy. And I told us so air parties na air 9. Then this for them to 6. Because some of them they call you. Now asa yare ga no menada yina
show me na do de akọ
exactly nti embi before no ya before na eba be yi no e the boss no be gu boom a ball na on be biem no me de ko ma krata ne de ahye mu no no ma chim no na boss no ma wo so a na say boss no be gu ho ena mo ne bo amaje boss no ena o hwe boss no steady boss no say bia ya market bia na ya o hwe ya bantimi anga se bia we ya market na say Fifi kote the same thing. Asa yarega obia
pesa wo ye bia no.
Me nyina ye hwe. MP before hwe, yes we hwe. And ye ma easy for no go ahead so omonye. Eti boyfriend say Evans ni makon. Ono ko yi first. So this are two mu no. Now we here no. Now obie mu no. Na ye number 1. What's that sakala we?
What do you call the show bottom?
Also,
what sound what do you call?
So I'm fine. It was on colorway. What's I mean?
We're black.
Where I say green.
I say green beside yep, pure black. Yeah.
It's bueno. And the first one will be a year. No. It's maybe 8, number 8. This all share me. Also share a king. Yeah. Most of my teams already number 8 there.
Okay.
Number 8 is saying. We must shame me go number 8 them in pay. And obi a kwatena and this for no me number 7. NNPP yi number 1 and I may Kofi Opolum yi number 8 and then this way number 7 nti ebe ko second round no abe yi the position that position na abe da nti we na ebe hwe so de yi o 10
yeah
nti ye be start na omane bo ama raise objection send that be or suspect say boss no because the corner even see yi number 1 there
say bibi go
so what I say eti no bibi wo mu ti sa pa there some say hwe boss ni bi don't hwe boss ni man no di baku bi say baku we di efu say different among them and I see you catch easy some you see we and there echi na bia yi frim ne fa foforo ye den
ebra
no de foforo be shemu enti yes be start na fifi ko te so raise say da bi o me fa ngu sa bo nim bo ni plain dodo go so bia timi hwem ehu nam so yes okay science dia polythene bag jo so fa ngu adia dark nam so polythene bag bi no want fa ngu polythene bag dim and je ge bi polythene bag and ye hwe ni nyina gum Yes, I made them touch number 8 and I'm going it's even say number so you want to
one.
It's always so going na 50 ko tesi da bi yan twa answer. We are membiem.
Dana or
the buy. Say obi ya mo obi am bi ni de obi a hold on. So said last person by day e be yi. It's even see here no. We no the better nasi. You say so video bi na security na board na ngo sheni nsem
yes
and na paper ba kukuta
yes
first
Peter McMahon
and on the first one then on say sakala na black and you one
yeah
and on am for so Kofi Opolum no menye Kofi Opolum na satade t-shirt
yeah
na men send tomato de eti mo am share video na mo hunu tomato de o mu no Peter McMahon wa no gina mu ma MPP na Joseph Itano ono so Evans ni mako dibi pipa na nekuta McMahon no the first one no muko yi no number 1 na nekuta no so etu hwa ono ebie ka se mo bia anya tu no ono wi ane ho no obe ho no share di wonyae to hu so wonya number 1 no eno de ma McMahon so on share so just say etu hwa wi ene hu se no no sa pass man ba
okay
so just say eno na man for Kofi Opolum mami na mani mo hare in the chantro atom so that make no eti majari
okay
de ko see no eti o yi no osako yi number 1 so what you say wo yi number 1 and I mention me kwako yi no me ko yi number 5 nam say di me free 8 maba 5 dia na better sene 8 no because 8 de nye papa 8 you go say number 8 na papa oboa o dada Majari, pacho ohene o pipa ho. When people tintin bia ho.
Na ka de.
O say ballot no.
Yeah.
E be ni pa 13.
13 yes.
And a table na easy for table na. E people nto so temperate no. Table ni ka sie nyina be sa ha. E to de people nto so a. E be tra table no. It's a free number 7. E ko ni nyina free 6 kura ba no. 6 7 6
de form.
A better table. There's all this is what a from say. This all cheap peja.
Joe peja person to the send
your number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13. This will peja kosoro. It will be the 8 or not 7 or day no boa say a ya boa or that no. Because mistakes in kwana obinya rejected ballots. Let me tell you how it will happen.
Obi or that 8 no.
I unko to mana. Don't do na be rejected ballots. Do you know why? Obana so otu wi no ofo
obi ani abere na okoto na ba na
number mama tell what there my experience was the last election I'm the number 8 and I'm speaking from experience me kura na me krachi ni na me koto ma ba na ma me ho no se dem si breye no se man hwe ya da bi o e ka me sa inki no ka me sa dia afodi amna ko tim obi de ko na me kire wo no go na me kire ofodi a utani ya besa kuda so am pa yi na won
am pa ne yi a besa kwa ko tim baby
exactly iti na ba iti ne papa ti ko fo bi ni nam kroma na number 8 omo boa e ya nimia na on pera ma wan o ma nya
Is
neti na na man bo mani abrese I want twima even say number 1 no. One and MP one. Obi ape one. Na me mina one na.
One day I say one about some parliamentary candidate in na uniform.
Exactly. Obi ape one and that's 2. And now 5 for them. O just say now obi akunya ne one I say debe. Obwa 8 no than one pair.
I want all 5 in the open.
Oh 5 in the day. 5 in the about table no so. It won't say 6 apa on our call. Whatever shadow. Now omo better table ni dia asoma to omo. Eti asam park asam gase na atungo fubi. O just say.
Okay. Okay. You know forensic audit. Who says say ora lan kwajo chamaten kran so e the statement aba your friend is saying this for the statement aba yisi aba reply. Say no me question there is no forensic auditor. E ho be hia e fa voter register. They say within bank about to home no so. Iti yebisa what you say?
My Jerry.
Yes.
What is written is written.
Sir.
De obenya Yakupon wodada. Ileshiwe mo de se eboase kura na yeto a me ko fe poluma wene. With him. And go for a train as so madaye. And now, at the Chamini Bia no so ayana.
Some moment here.
Sanity. MPP and DC for no. Umi is uncle for him. Obia was Martin and uncle. Don't we have a brebering in ano? You see near you. A yes, uncle for him. Once a registration. No more swa minus. Obia or any foreigner, some of them call some could register home. So I transfer your muye. Omoa ne basen kofo. Omonte potem ho. Omun film potem ho. Eso enam so mo pe sa city na jinti no. No more swa kofo amunti aba omonti ho. So mo koyi MP ma ho fo no. Eti so be forensic auditor. Forensic auditor no nim de eso mo ye. Say easy nullify all the
transfers
na one cancel na
what can mention south wa wo hoyi yes we ho so to yes
me say me go to wo no
mention south but another question asama we che ni say and one musu say NDC candidate
na ko che won
NDC candidate na ko che won bai eno na ma MPP for the wo ho no e de call eti
federal for no won no me say material ho eti omo said that echo pair baby ankofo no omo use address there's a common address o there say nipa be 1000 omo na ti fie ba kum eti do me say omo ko fie ra no omo so fie ra say
oni mama
e ho amo na ti fie ha apart from we nipa fo bitia eti fie ra fo ne ko dia dance o say
I say fie ra fo no omo ni mo
omo nya criminals bia say wo mu fie o eti omo say no kwa say ye ban wo from komo twantora kire yisi no say ban woman but as a court to say omo
san revert
omo anybody say mum to ba ni bi o da say you mu fra bato ni mu kura
I said no ti dey here forensic audit yo
me say
because men share out there na ko because that some for bia ye transfers bia but I no put we ni dey say ni para na call ye na
amawo
transfer
amawo
we Peter Amewu John Amewu
say the nkofo bia twe nkofo ko gu hosomo ekwan so mesi amawu no kofo mon to abawa ayo eso mo do makogu o ti ase e say adwembone nko
into forensic audit ne dey enye we on
for so bia ni so ade ayi sie so ye ni say all the transfers from here ni this year ni nyina on reverse ni nyina so reverse asem na tititia wa baby a to aba no kone to aba wo no transfer bia o me ni sa pamno twa no eno ana macho asem ni nyina aba na wiye because in bakono share forensic audit no wadi boni o paper nim wadi boni o register no anga wadi boni o register nim
ono na di boni
wadi boni
na dey yente ha na pusiga the also from Tamale to pusiga illegal transfer
yes
illegal transfer when him say sadia no enye exhibition ni ade epie ba ya edisufo de akire yisi kan ya wo suspend ya nanka the problem and e be si o mayimo for you are
Majeri transfer bi e course afi bia say nullify ni nyina transfer bia omo ye bia ɛsɛ ɔmo twɛ ne nyinam.
What's transfer? And no man, you know, men shouts out to the Ayaka and the deep for you. Okay, but you what illegally. May say, what walk of all transfer to Waba now, but you see, we didn't register.
Me by say,
and you may just talk one cousin anymore.
Majeri, I said transfer be a no a fee. You chop transfer PM.
And the reason here there
because Omunina be MPP and this in Naye. Omunye nim se nkofo no amako transfer omo no omo nto abawo ba bi omo nte omo free ho omo ni ayi bia connection bia ho ba bi omo makọ no nunu so chere me kana se a transfers na MPP ni ndisi fo aye nkofo bi de omo makọ no nyina omo nte omo free ho omo nya adwuma ho eso ma se nkofo de makọ so omo kwakọ gi city no obi a penno ku city age.
Okay.
Enti makono on to about my be force one ban be register to aba no be ono be MP ma hofo no is it right hofo na so mu determine who to be their MP and now I want you on now be MP ama wo now omu nyina na MP na DC na
all right. Kofi Akpalu, the founder and leader of the Liberal Party of Ghana, and while launching a campaign over the weekend. And the running mates Elizabeth Sam a kind of home on a no it didn't come. Go be sir what go away
me UTV me kona ya could discuss a manifesto no.
Okay
na when we say manifesto the idea we kese pa fighting poverty
obetu to aka
akola bi betua na ka 500 cities onya adwuma so betua ka disabled force so manifesto ni mu no
Ambeko school
school ni obi become free.
Oh okay.
And the Magdalene so school club become free because we want to invest in people.
Okay.
That's the most important asset. Until one university when you forget it. So we are going to invest in people. Until ye kutania ma 5 be create adwuma ama Ghana for obi anya adwuma de bebu obi abenya adwuma is obi a umpa adwuma nko ade dia. Yes, we are going to create 1 million new entrepreneurs. That's our target. Say by 2028, we will create 1 million new entrepreneurs. And now to create entrepreneurs, so I'm gonna be adwuma no. Ama nipa nya biaye. Nti obi akora bi adwuma fa nipa 10 million or 11 million people averagely. That's what we want to do. We are going to support people with money. No, baby. It's your opportunity vouchers for your be say be man ko fo sika nom de aye o madwuma.
Okay.
Be bie incubators. So the mention business incubators. And me be na ba be na man for ho ato. Na you say post office no. Post office. Egu no. Ye ba be river na ye dey create 28,000 new jobs. Intino postal service and nkwa be nya adwuma ye ho. Ba be so ye adwuma postal service no. Be find about 28,000. And ambulance. You bet 1,530 new ambulances. Now
1,530
new ambulances. And now ambulance be no be jubiska. Oh, for ambulance, I want them now walk and walk. No answer for no free ambulance. Now be found no call no call. Ambulance, omojo one city crowd report to you bet driver kuno. Be free because I am majority me must say no woman. A movie anywhere. I will just come ambulance. As soon as ambulance before me do course to mom call we. Another thing I can handle there. Ambulance is Ocheska. That be any sir. A be free ambulance in the free service. Obia out in the more free. What I say? Sign be no.
Okay.
And a police police cells in that my visiting police station will be most of Yana police who bond do. I don't know. So I say you see your.
They okay, manifesto.
Manifesto. You say police station. Now more bunk base. Say that be oche suspect in the two no man. So man be deleted. O man ko that form.
Okay.
Because suspect in just a criminal. It's fundamental human rights. Also, as Liberal Party, we believe in the fundamental human rights.
Okay.
Hanipa ye die da yakoma so. Nti minua Majeri yeba be ye niema omo prisons near now my congested no yenye ne sa say ma omunina omudi da bank best so come nipa no ochino so o restraining no from so be pia abontin na dia I don't say so treating a human.
Okay.
So na mention not to respect people.
Okay.
Nti nyina ya dia e ba be ne kama nipa.
Kofi yada say numre na subsequently ye be so ani abo manifesto no nkomo.
And a disabled for no.
Disabled na.
Ya ne say adwuma bia wo Ghana bia no e so for disabled as employee. Nti disabled for no em so bia be say ska wa bontin. And also a kind manifesto. With that, okay. Jerry.
Yeah, that's it. Founder and leader at the Liberal Party of Ghana, Percival Kofi Akpalu, and now Otene Kana. Now, Executive Secretary, Progressive People's Party, Richard Niyama on so say. So, generally, political atmosphere, no, was saying now the UC, the caller Manfoy said to say there should be a forensic audit, and then you see Ababeyano. Say.
Well, I Nyamekane say about to Kakotuno. I was say easy, my genidi. Because the Bibian can pay pank and yet one say, oh my woman. The party BRBD or minus one, no more than electoral commission PR. Now, I'm no call for the Kasama Electoral Commission. This is something I mean, Makasa since 2012.
Yeah.
Communicators, I mean, you call radio and TV now be some Mekato say, who are Ben Munasa Kasama is Mekato say, Massa, Sadena, in Jaya. Ubu say, Assembly about no position party, Casetia easy pet, now governing party, they say, yes, support easy. And no, and my GDA and my easy no more. I want to believe, say, Yenja easy. No, can say no communication. Say, easy for say the register. Yeah,
bloated and I say,
okay, and on one Cassandra, no mechanism, MPP phone come on. The same way, I say, a Chinebi party for be a minor. Young catches our party, they say, man in Cassandra easy because all what is happening is based on mistrust. Nina mistrust her, ye name my easy. Again, yesi phone call phone being so utterances be a equation. And what? I don't want to mention specific names, but you know them. Say utterances ni be a easy phone can be a year quite the Rebecca. Because they understand it. Only mature people into your car, they will understand it. They should know how they talk. Say who said na me say no more because NDC for demand de bay and then omu demand you but make me catch you say and no man e kwotwe twen saade ne ba and then start here emra easy for ni bitumi bi o man ka say NDC for a nation records emra o man panyin tumi appointing crofobia as omu ye party crofo no MPP poni na no eba edumi bi kana NDC for ka so omu nko ye friend say
iPac
omu nko iPac easy for some ba munjai ye be iPac money won sa all transfers ni ade ni na no e kan bi ni aba bedu bebia ye won ne and NDC for say omonje easy ni say obetumi aye register no amana ye. So for me I want to believe say yes NDC has genuine concerns and even if the EC thing say untumi nya forensic audit kwempona EC should allow for some reconciliatory tone to happen. Say the be ya e be ma fa no nyina beto mo ho ase ni etumi atena se akasa ama bibia me EC for ase na letter say Monday yembra iPac meeting
yeah
enumere ya me ba studio ya na almost send the bear me through WhatsApp.
Okay.
Topic I kwa discuss wo mami
agenda na so
agenda na wo so agenda na voter register korea na kwa discuss won ba ye koi se omo ankwa ankoka se ye na omo koye saa omo tintin na won empempi no ye ko iPac a de abufuo no banini ye be ko na e bia previous minutes wo honom previous minutes ni mu e bia yisi for can say oh ade we moment up to that way ye be ko ba na omo nyeye wo ko mo so
okay mo be bisa some
we have the mandate to do it so language ni ade no emboa wahu into for me I believe say Monday a ye ko iPac yi isi for no they should use it as an opportunity to build confidence in all the political parties say the beya obia ebeji obia bete ne ho ase na abato aye kwakoto no ye betumi age atomo say free and fair election. I'm trying to open letter
now mo dey abra.
Almost say Interparty Advisory Committee. Letter to comes to invite you to IPA 1st October 10 a.m. Discussion of the 2022-24 voter register AOB. And one year they could discuss one.
Okay.
Ye kwa discuss omonfa bibia be mani pa koma ato ne yememra. Say the be ya kwa because end this is one thing ho ase. Na say forensic audit na no pa. And na o say ye because in a yin so no mark say obi say ebiam we electoral commission.
Yeah.
Wa prepare voter register. And I say okay, voter register no. Yema obi mehwe mu hwe say bibia wo mbia ye papa. Uni bibia odi be sia.
Someone must say internally woman atwe bibia.
Oh no what be that? Me say minji wundi. Inti mo obi mehwe mu mame. Wo say internally why rada. Say na migide na me say minyi eno na egusu wo no.
Okay.
So for me issue should change the way they communicate. Now
okay.
Embo ama entiase enye adwuma. At the same time wutu ekrafo no e wutu momone so and so forth. I also want to call on the NDC say almost often almost stance akra.
Okay.
Because for several times I think say the EC CSOs near there after almost say almost audit no ma ye no omo hu no ma bi wo mu no.
Akomo
fambra na EC so hwe no mo ye reconsider but almost say omo famba. Well, it say almost to me change almost stance na say almost often akra. I think we meet each other halfway and then we go forward.
Okay. Madam say until for me ba mo ho na mo so much of issues are there ye discuss say e wa ha say na we share some of the messages na abana. We say good evening to you, Mark Jerry. This man don't have nothing to offer Ghanaians. The way he's talking me, he is totally MPP man. You don't have nothing to offer we Ghanaians. Should just mark it on the wall. You must mark it on the wall. We are going to vote for Mahama. We are Samuel de Fiablikuma West. We say good evening to you, Mark Jerry. Kofi Akpaloo is my hero. I wish we in the diaspora will be allowed to vote, and we shall definitely vote for him. Sydney Edifree, Australia. Kofi Akpaloo has spoken well. I'm highly disappointed in him for not advising the demonstrators not to block road next time. The PPP man should forget about the courts. We a car worry from car worry. Where's the Kofi Akpaloo's power? Yes, please. Is it a PR for the EC? Rolling my eyes. We say good evening, Mark. Good evening to you too. We say Kofi Akpaloo, you are not telling the truth because of politics. Kwame Edifree Tema. We say I was threatened after I performed Chief President at Nkrumah Fest 24. Where then now on somebody over here. We say good evening to you, Jerry. Is John Mahama in support of the impunity exhibited by the demonstrators? The action of the demonstrators was needless and condemnable. The so-called human rights experts in this country, are they in support of the impunity we are witnessing? Patrick Edifree, Ashala Jan. With Mark Jerry, the demonstrators' arrest was in the right direction, and for the reason or matter, NDC should not justify it in any way. Why is the NDC like violence always to create confusion when it comes to national issues? Anytime their leaders speak, it gives indication disturbing the nation of the government. Okay. Theophilus, answer. And that's it. Where say Jerry, Ghanaian politics matters are rising, but John Mahama has the final say. In 7 December 2024, vote for John Mahama, and your life will never be the same. Are you? Where is a good evening, Mark Jerry? Please tell the desperate former president that Ghanaians are going to vote massively for the incorruptible Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, number 1 on the ballot paper. So they should stop making empty propaganda. Imano Kwekuyamwa and so Eddie. Wafake said the biggest problem to stop Galamsey in this country is former President John Mahama and NDC Kwekubuai. Greetings to lawyer Mike Ronkwe. Now they are working. Most of you are to Abamamo. Okay, me call man so. My major 0302257980. 902. 0302257 and 03022435540. Shall do any uncle? Majo?
Major, so, my Jerry.
Yeah, you tell your uncle.
Me did you of a key, make a chef in your prime station circle. My Jerry, me patrol, Obia would him be as a a balloon car, ya monana mammy. Now no me could pay or Amraga, a balloon crew, or no one a creme come, Mamba be die, I must have to be do a crack. And Yamisha Bulu, baby, will be a lawyer will quit to Michiano. My Jerry, me patrol, demonstration on Mokwana, Kokuba, you could be an
There
and I former president, Mamma Swan Kobe.
Now, saying this before a year demonstration, democracy.
Make my come, na me here, na me wan raga, kami Kobe. That's a time for them no Kobe.
Yeah, part of the view.
Aha, because all them guarantee almost support. It is to be against guarantee they can make here. Number 2 demonstration no mo koye no. And na me mo Mustafa Baso, MPP. The National Youth Organizer. We say we only make a say, we can sempa, so what church say yes. Obi wo member, wo member. So we call demonstration. And then my Jerry, so could check picture crash one a crana. And this cacaton at you. No more call demonstration. Walk on so never no former the mama picture one white had the one white pictures be brave. Now what to see at the action. My Jerry here. Would you walk on and I bought some crowd and check it. Because I bought a match today when I know for a few pen. Now what I could do, now what your demonstration and carry. Now what to see and a battle boss. Now what now what channel. They just would be at the problem at the coin, yet demonstrating Papa now over the coin. And for Papa the Mama, so will be a former statesman. Not letter, but say, he takes or more years, and he will be a real body, the uncle dancer woman. No be the attitude of your boom, and so only the young man Murphy. Debbie, me 2 weeks in the demo, I'm about was here some more 2 weeks. I was some right yet moment, come right yet, man, let a man and go so. What is here? Another one send it for taxi.
Okay, Medan say, Mamma, if I do you, Majo. Yeah, you, Amado.
Pacho Jaffa near make a system oil refinery. My Jerry, ready amount money to my power with the more my mammy far queen son chia, honorable Mr. Camper, Ewa Shama, Michiano Papa. My Jerry, as some way I air canoe. First of all, I defer demonstration on. A woman say Ganamra, or from one, a ban to Mitchell, a timid old court, not court to a man. My dear Mr. Correct, I do a mammy. Demonstration for no much or mono. Or much your money now, boom, court to Bakumu. And now, or mu PCC or the way muka, the way muka.
Maybe I told my for money now, boom, uncle.
Yes, that means Obianini judge our Tina and Asamson. Now then, a judge is phoning you now.
Okay, a woman for my woman, but court or Modomo coin in the air back.
Or man from that means wow, Kobina, one man Kobina, Sabakuna coin near the judgment in the Bayana, a comma or Munina. There
be Obia Yadoko drew one now, so yeah, judge in the Canada.
I stand and question now. Obia about 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks for a man. My Jerry, I want to mention you.
Obey Zanet, you, the mature no. Omuchichi Monte, Yadu.
Steadena, Uchin, 7 man of Palmer, a hoping the young man was Abetamon, they say. I then a judge, you know, Nipano or Moduani, Nano, or Biaba, let up my many pie to man to say 1 1 season, or Biaba, Corman 2 weeks. Obiaba Corman 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Obia you are the Atima Buffo. My dear Honors, why you all catra? My Jerry, or man, you're bushing in Ambuman in you. By the way, young quay ask them to be. Oh,
I say, overflow, my next one. Mario.
My Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Me patrol food and I'm Mikasa.
Yes, you.
My Jerry, it was near to my way. My Minchia, Nana Madukua, I will calculate off. Honorable Michano. Samia Naminchia, information minister. Fatima Bubaka. My Jerry. A very one say, people to meet traffic cafe. Ubia or Beba, Yabani to be. Brother, would you near to court? Court, Jeremiah be 1 month, every 2 months. And to say 2 weeks and I got to say, if you were oh, that Matthew Bia who you say, my big former president, Mama. So I do with the apostle. And Papa will plan the Muto, I tell you, my dear, And in fact, and yeah, demonstration, hospital. What you want to be out of hospital? People are wicked people. I'm telling you. Carry Pana open say you to Abama hospital road. Now, what you do, you work on self. What you also yari. Vomewo, ani isa rata. What you yari here from hospital. Come to the yaki. Mumu de mumu yari here from Muko. I think I did Muko. I'm a Evia, Obisu of Brokura, Anka, a very new Mamana.
Okay.
I didn't ya, Mumeka, Opiava, and I tell you, and yet that you were putting, I don't know that I'm my God, and my meeting one. And yet that is where I'm going to say my mama, and I told mama to take papa. And she came out, and let me send video of the picture. TV so, the electoral commission, and finding more Mudia, the best city of Ghana.
Madam Sam, baby, and see, Beba Tomajo.
Major Somajari.
You too.
I didn't want to make a step of Ancoveria, and maybe I'm a start count in a device and Chama Quatina. I was a Micabina, or near the Noco, as my own bounty. And I thought what over composition minister, Mr. Japon. What yes, the subborn and don't baby again. Not my radio, so Tia, a Canada. You, maybe a minister demonstration on where they are John Bonnet. One got other going to Ponica Cassette, Moka, protect Galamsey, and so don't quite an interest there. And you're going to say, what you want to Bonacra Galamsey for? What do you say? Because Galamsey won't go to 12 years to a Roman. Some of the Roman Rewa. And you want the Bonacra Galamsey for Roma Kumu. Oh, I have my quote, one. Why are the Negana Bontambia or Beto Highway? Because some be a first trouble. First trouble, or Beto Kitty confusion be not Santa Claus, a dear baby star. When you are the Nawayo, you have to piece you. I did the Okoya, because I made me trouble of Father. Oh, I did Okoya, the Ababoy, because you're Koya boy, I started to use your own bank. Now, we don't Koya, the other.
Okay, let us say. Eva Tomajo.
Major Michelle.
Yeah, last one.
Me from Mikasa Fiku to Freeman. Yeah, honorable Charles, Yabuadako. Eki Uzi, honor a weapon of the neighbor, December. Jerry, you better say easy. Say, voter register. The Amanokuni in a tunnel. On your Nantia, Siena Duma, said the Bayer December election, and for Fabasabia Emma, because said the Omokano, Ubiko Vini, no be Antiasia, and then Basababa. Into no one fena and Tiasia Duma. Now, and Yanma demonstrators now, your mind woman. Your best say, demonstration and your money in an ethic for I know how to affect you, but your chief Edinuma, the best say,
okay. Yeah, they say, Obi Alfred, that's it. Tony, at the end of the last words, I walk, especially issues are a former party.
Well, we'll call it maybe air can say. Judges, it me man for a month, 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 months. So also 2 months, 3 months are there, and you're no correct. Court to be a no, it may be remand more than 1 month. Ghana ha. In fact, criminal cases, no. Emra Emma who quite clump say, oh, yeah, adjournment, Alabama adjournment more than 30 days. Until all the time, most of the time, I'm remand that 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. Until a year, they are judged the year in this case, you know. It is very, very, very highly condemnable.
Remand and it shouldn't be more than 1 month.
It shouldn't be more than 1 month, yes. Remand be no 1 month. Most of the time, criminal cases, you know, Emran practice direction, the crowd say, a judge be adjourn criminal case for more than 30 days.
Okay.
So, Nipano or that remand.
All right.
Because in Nipano that remand, there was a post for your measurement term. Now evidence be on one. Now on better say, and only one correction. Okay. I also. As for your case, the court there, we have complete faith in the court. And into the yakono, into your GD court at the attentrene beba na abwa. And finally, a bano voter register near there now. I just want to repeat what I have said. Say, it's easy. Ebebwa na Monday I pack ya yekwi. On base some tone of language. Na enkwanko ye the regular I pack a yebe corner all the time. Government in power, any easy age na one side. na opposition party for ni bi nso gyina one side ne dia me yidi se bebo ama asomdwe etumi aba wo ipac ne mu
okay
ama ebia voter register e kura nti ase betumi aye adwuma it's not too difficult wo de ade no wa man provisional one e wo hard drive so enu bia na ye de ko fele ye forms aye de ba yi en nipa ne say makwa akohwem mehu nyoma bi wo mu wo kura wagye atom say mehu nyoma bi wo mu nti buane yenye eyi a na afi de ye from din ne ye to ayampia ne ade ndia megidi se ebema akoma akosoro ma yintumi enye yi nti no omonhwe na language no omonsesa no na megidi so omonsesa na bebo ye nyina
yo Richard ni ama oyo lawyer ni executive secretary Progressive People's Party and then you bring your that's so be kind of touchlight jumedi so abuso ha na me jumedi ni say medin de luxurious AGYEMAN question award supervisor Dr. Fadadixon na executive producer fully supported by my general manager Kennedy Asante OSEI Okokroko Francis and IK champion Madam Asombo Mchidom ha DJ Talks the K take over Ochina when it to Friday's edition of the Ghana Munti Ochina de Chroma Deja etu Ochina morning show no so no de obetemenka pa weekly retrospect ye behwe na otwe semakodoa SCC Yamiko bibia ye ko you see na otwe fufuro no mu a Touchlight Tuesday Thursday ye be sign dia bro